Hey, Vortex. So, I had a really interesting conversation tonight with two comic friends of mine about how boring our society is. And for those of you that haven't familiarized yourself with this glorious channel, this God's gift to YouTube, we really are. Anybody that can't handle me is such a fucking pansy. Because I'm the realest motherfucker, and I'm sweeter than apple pie, I really am. No matter what this channel lets on, I am so sweet. I really am. This is my alter ego. But I'm really sweet. I promise I'm really sweet. I'd help you out even if you're trying to kill me. That's how sweet I am. Okay? But yeah, we were talking about just how everybody's like saying the same thing over and over again. And everything is so boring because of that. Like, people just want to keep up with like whatever's going on politically and whatever dumb shit celebrities are doing. They want to be relevant. They want to keep up with that godforsaken algorithm, you know? Well, forgive me for saying this, but I don't think that you can be like truly artistic and truly authentic, and all these people that call themselves transgressive are not. You have an iPhone. Like, how are you fighting the culture when you have an iPhone? Like, I'm sorry, but, and when I say I'm sorry, what I really mean by that is go fuck yourself. But it's like so silly to me that all these people haven't killed themselves. Mainly because, I know I talk about that a lot, but it's like, yeah, everyone's dead. Everyone's dead. Like, you're spiritually dead. If all you're doing is whining about the culture and like nothing is changing, nothing is improving. I mean, like, how many times are you gonna film a drag queen twerking in front of a child before you just kill that drag queen? I mean, seriously, what, you know what to do? Don't you have a gun? I mean, I don't understand that. It's like, this is our society. This is unacceptable in our society. This is why I'm doing another video about it. You don't give a shit if kids get raped. Nobody does. That's why they're fine with the phones. The phones have done a much better job at raping children than a drag queen could even dream about. You know? This video is gonna get taken down. Whatever. And that's the thing they won't talk about. Like, I just read an article about it in the Wall Street Journal. Like, there's this woman who's like some sort of like technology specialist or something. So like all of her articles are devoted to technology. And she was saying that like she's not going to write another article about kids staring at screens all the time because, you know, she basically just admitted defeat. She was like, it's not working. They're not reading these articles. They don't care. I mean, there are parents out there that do care, and there are adults that actually behave like adults. It's amazing when you meet one. But, it's like so many people have just chosen this. They've chosen to be apathetic. I hope the radiation that's emitting from the phone gives you cancer. I'm not joking. And I hope that you spend an outrageous amount of money on chemotherapy and you get really sick and you still have cancer. I hope that happens. I hope you go through dialysis and you still have cancer. And I hope you die and burn in hell. Amy. Look, I hate smartphones, okay? hate smartphones. And the reason why I hate smartphones is because I hate Satan. Alright? I'm allowed to hate the enemy of God. And that forbidden fruit that you have in your pocket all the time, that forbidden fruit that you curl up with night after night after night, well, that blue light is aging you. That blue light is literally making everybody age at such a rapid rate, it's not even funny. I know people that are in their 20s that look like they're in their 30s and 40s. The reason why yours truly does not look 37 is because yours truly doesn't stare at a blue light all the time, or ever. I mean, I feel like a piece of shit if I'm on my laptop for too long. If I'm on my laptop for longer than an hour, I just want to slip my wrists. So, like, the fact that so many people are constantly doing this and they have no awareness of it. They have no awareness of how much they tweet, how many selfies they take, how many stupid statements they make on a regular basis without thinking twice about it. And I'm not talking about, you know, only certain people. Like, there are so many people online that I think are really, really smart, but they're, like, totally brain dead when it comes to that phone. And I just visualize them with that smartphone in their hand, and they just think they're so fucking clever sending these tweets. And it's like, no, you should have just killed yourself. But you didn't. So how clever can you possibly be? But anyway, if I ever get a smartphone, I'm going to live stream my suicide. Just let you know. That's what's going to happen. It's going to be like a tweet, like the first and last tweet that I send. It's going to be like, this is your brain on Twitter, and then I'm going to like blow my brains out. That'd be so funny. That'd be like the funniest suicide ever. I mean, if you're going to commit suicide, you should be funny about it. David Berman was really funny about it. Like, when I read about his suicide, it made me laugh. Like, at first I was kind of sad, but I was like, you know what? He wanted to kill himself. And then I had a dream about him, and he told me that hell is hot. Which is funny, because he was Jewish. He was Jewish, and he committed suicide. But we love David Berman. His wife left him. That's why he committed suicide. Probably because he was, you know, pretty hard to take, I'm guessing. He was a great songwriter, though. It's unfortunate that, like, really, really talented people commit suicide. I wish Taylor Swift would commit suicide, but she won't, you know? Amy, stop saying things like that. I'm sorry, Taylor. I didn't mean that. I know, she's alright. I don't really feel that way about her. She's really hot anyway, so at least she can offer that. You know, she's a really beautiful blonde bombshell. Okay? And I think that she has some talent. The talent that she has been completely squelched because she works for the music industry, and the music industry wants you to be a feminist sellout. Okay? Like, in order to work for any kind of industry, you have to be a sellout. You have to sell your soul. You have to not be an artist anymore, essentially. And it's really sad that so many people choose that. And, I mean, I've seen it happen with so many bands that I was such a huge fan of. Immediately when they sign on to a major record label, all of their authenticity just goes right out the window. It's so sad. But you can count on me not to do that shit, I promise. Mainly because I hate people like that, so I don't want to be anything like that. That's why I don't have a smartphone, okay? Can't stress it enough that I don't cave in like the rest of society. So y'all want to sit on your high horse and act like, I'm not a guinea pig. I'm not a guinea pig. I don't trust pharmaceutical companies. I don't trust pharmaceutical companies. I trust technology now. I trust big tech. I trust big tech. I trust social media. I trust Jack Dorsey. I trust Andrew Torba. Yes, we're going to create a Christian digital universe. That's what we're going to do. Did I mention my Christian sex trafficking ring? Did I mention we're going to have a Christian liquor store, okay? It's going to be like giant bottles of whiskey, but they're going to have Bible verses on them. So when you get wasted, it's not really going to be a waste, right? What else? What else? Christian crack. Christian crack! That's right. That's right. You can have a Christian crack pipe. So every time you take a hit in Jesus' name. That's right. What else? Christian brothels. Yes! Yes! Well, I said the Christian sex trafficking ring. Yeah. Well, that should please people that like Andrew Tate. Yeah, that's true. That's true. All these people that call themselves Christian, they love the fuck out of him. It's hilarious. I mean, women should submit to men, but men still shouldn't, you know. Like, regardless of what they're saying about him and the sex trafficking, like, I don't know if I believe all that. All of this is a psyop, y'all. It's so crazy to me how many people in this country don't realize that. Like, they want to act like they're so smart about so many things, and they still don't know that this country is a psyop. Like, literally, everything that they tell us is a psyop. It's all a simulation. They're all judging, like, the people that run everything. They're judging us. Like, they're making assessments about us. It's like the algorithm, okay? Like, so social media and algorithms prove, like, what they are doing, what they've been doing. So social media is just an extension of the regular-ass media. And the regular-ass media is capitalizing on our desire to fit in, our desire to be relevant, our desire to be cool, our desire to feel like we're important, okay? So many people get married for that reason. So many people have kids for that reason. So many people work a shitty job that they hate for that reason. Okay? Yours truly doesn't do any of those things because yours truly doesn't want to do any of those things. Now, many people would say, well, you're fucked up for that. I know who the fuck I am. You don't. You rely on all these other things to validate you. You rely on all these other things to make you think that, oh, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. If you actually were, you wouldn't have to keep stressing that. You know? You wouldn't need everybody to know that's what you're doing. In case you haven't noticed, most people don't have any idea who I am. People in Nashville know who I am because my comedy is that fucking memorable that they can most definitely recount when I was on stage and pissed people off for whatever reason, or ate some spinach, or brought up a giant whiteboard, and what else have I done on stage that was crazy? I think you need to do crazier and crazier shit, honestly. Hula hoop. You had a hula hoop one time. Yeah, I did. I had a hula hoop. And I've had multiple keyboards. I have a cowbell. I have a xylophone. I need to bring up a plant. That's what I should do. I wish it was a marijuana plant, because that would be super transgressive. Considering that it's like a marijuana unfriendly state. Still. Would it actually be transgressive, though? I mean, like, according to the law, it would. I guess, according to the culture, no, you're right. What else, though? What else could we do? We're marinating right now. Cause like, yeah, we try to be as weird as possible. I mean, we don't have to try, because it's just stuff that we were like, hey, bring that on stage. It's not like, we don't really think that hard on it, but it's just I've done all this other stuff, and like, I had a bunch of people tonight that had never seen me perform before. They tell me like, man, that was fucking hilarious. Like, you getting up there and eating spinach, that's amazing. Yeah, because nobody else is doing it. That's why. And also, have you seen Americans? They're kind of disgusting because of how much they eat, and they're not conscious of, their health. And I see a lot of people on social media, like, bitching about fat people, but they're all addicted to their phones. So, say social media was like cholesterol, all these people would be dead. Say social media was high fructose corn syrup. I was going to say all these people would be dead, but that's not true. They probably would just be more addicted to it. Yeah, high fructose corn syrup is pretty addictive. I mean, sugar itself is addictive. Well, it's because we have a natural craving for it. So in this country, they replace all the natural stuff with the unnatural. That's why the gender situation is what you see. I feel sorry for people that can't understand that their genitals are there for a reason. A lot of people just want to call them heathens or say that they're satanic or whatever. But that's not really helping, You being ugly to those people is not really helping them. So, if anything, it's probably doing the exact opposite of what you're trying to accomplish. So, those people are probably more likely to engage in an act of sodomy or wear a strap-on or whatever the fuck. They're more likely to do that because of these Christians that want to beat their drum about how that shit's wrong. I mean, as long as it's considered transgressive by a Christian, people that are either intimidated by Christianity or, working for Satan, they make it ever so obvious that that's what they're doing. Okay, they're going to keep on doing it. They're going to keep on doing the thing that you have such a problem with. Okay? So, it's just stupid. Like, all this complaining that people are doing is not changing anything. It's just like, you're just blowing hot air. That's all Twitter is. It's just, let me reiterate things that I've already said. I guess I'm doing the same thing though, right? Let's just kill myself. Oh. See, we have fun. We do. We have fun talking about suicide. Most people are like, oh, I need pills. Yeah, and those pills are going to make you, like, legit kill yourself. Isn't that kind of funny? I think that's funny. I guess it's not funny to people that actually claim that they love those people, Well, if you actually loved your kids, you probably shouldn't get them, hopped up on drugs. It's, like, so crazy that so many people are against natural drugs. They're against stuff that grows in the ground, but they're not against stuff that was made in a lab. And pharmaceutical companies don't have liability. Like, say you're a holistic doctor, you can get sued for malpractice if somebody happens to die because your treatment didn't work. But how many people go along with, like, the conventional treatment, the mainstream stuff? How many people go along with that and they die and they can't sue? You know? So it's like they're penalizing you for being authentic and doing something that is a safer alternative than everything else, but, you know, because it's not mainstream, you know, people can call you a quack, and they can say that you don't really care about the public because you don't work for the John D. Rockefeller Foundation. How dare you? Don't you want to make John D. Rockefeller's ghost come? Don't you want to do that? You know, I would give anything to be able to do these jokes, but nobody will understand them. I mean, my audience is not very smart. And I'm a lot like Bill Hicks, but I'm also, like, more conservative in the way that I think about stuff, because I'm very Christian-y. So, being a Christian-y person, you know, you piss off a lot of people. But because I'm open-minded, you know, I'm probably going to piss off religious people more than anybody, which is kind of funny and a little bit ironic, but maybe it's not ironic. Maybe it's just par for the course. But, you know, most people are really boring. And they don't understand that saying and doing the same thing that everybody else is saying and doing while pretending that you're some kind of rebel is stupid. I didn't know what else to say about it. I think that it's time to go to bed. I think that that's what this means. It's time to go to bed. It's time to... Let's just go inside the house, alright? I always get stuck out here in the garage just talking to myself because, like, anytime I go inside, it's like I just feel so stuck. It's like quicksand, you know? And one of my cats is, like, scratching at the door right now. He's literally, like, jumping up, trying to open the door because he's like a dog. Both of my cats are like dogs. That's right, I have cats. You shouldn't be the slightest bit surprised I have cats. And just to let you know, for those of you that think, well, you're gonna die with cats. Fucking duh, bitch. Your little sheep threats aren't gonna work on me because I'm not a sheep, so I don't think that I need all this stuff that y'all think you need. And the reason why you think you need it isn't just biological or psychological. It's because you've been manipulated by Western civilization to make those pieces of shit that run the corporations and run the industries and run the media. You're making them so much money by being so predictable. So I did the opposite, and I'm fucking happy. I'm happy being alone. I'm happy staying up all night and doing my art. I'm happy working at a burger joint. I enjoy my job. I enjoy the people I work with. I'm happy doing stand-up at shitty dive bars. It's like, people don't appreciate the lowest rung. And the reason why they don't appreciate it is because they have an ego that tells them that they deserve better. They're supposed to have more. And this is why you're not a humble person, okay? This is why you cannot be a Christian and not have humility, okay? People that think that they're above somebody that works at a restaurant are people that are probably not going to make it into heaven. Just to let you know. Because I guarantee you that these are the same types of people that refuse to talk to a homeless person. These are the same types of people that turn their nose at poor people. Even though Jesus lectured Judas Iscariot about the way that he regarded the poor. So, literally, the Republican Party is the complete opposite of everything that Jesus stood for. Okay? There is no humility with those pieces of shit. Okay? Not that there's any humility with Democrats. I'm not trying to make a case for them. But what I'm saying is that there is no hope in any party that's not truly Christian. Okay? And just to let you know, if you want to be a good Christian, you probably should, like, read the scripture, man. Because if you read the scripture, it'll change you. It'll change your mind on a lot of stuff. And it'll soften your heart. And you'll realize that a lot of the stuff you complain about is futile. And the people that you think are your enemy are actually you. Okay? The people that you regard as scum, you know, they could be your best friend. And you don't even see that. And the reason why you don't see that is because of your ego. And it's because of your insecurity that tells you that you have to be this, this, and this in order to be important. Or whatever you think you are. Online. Remember back in the day when, like, you would try to impress people at school, or you try to impress, you know, the one person that you had a crush on or something like that. Now it's like people are trying to impress, like, thousands to millions of people at the same time. Like, that's crazy. This is not normal. Like, this whole society, like, when people talk about, like, gender stuff, I don't care about your opinion if you have an iPhone. I do not care about your opinion if you have an Android. Fuck you. You know, you don't get it. You don't get it. Technology is not normal. Technology is here to destroy the natural. Technology is here to normalize things that are fucked up, like the transgender thing, okay? The reason why so many people identify that way is because of the chemicals that are in everything that we consume on a daily basis, but it has so much to do with the phone that everybody has in their pocket all the time, that everybody whips out during any potentially dull moment because they don't know what to do if they don't have their phone. It's pathetic. It is absolutely pathetic. And these people think that they're morally superior because they're sending tweets that are, what, thought-provoking? Oh, what, you had a conversation today. Oh my god, you had a conversation. Oh my god. Fuck podcasts. Fuck podcasts. Fuck podcasts. Fuck podcasts. Right. Yeah, it is really hard to, like, pick what is the worst aspect of this culture. Yeah, it's so difficult. But, I mean, I think podcasts are probably the worst. Because, yeah, it's just capitalizing on people having conversations. You know, so there are a lot of people in this country that don't know how to have a conversation. And then there are other people that are like, I had a conversation. I'm amazing. No. This world is stupid. You're capitalizing on everything falling apart. So, wow, you're such a great person. You're such a great person that you can profit off of everything turning to shit. Wow. Such a great Christian you are. Just absolutely disgusting. This whole culture, the majority of people that live in this earth are just fucking scum. They really are. Weren't you just saying that, like, man, the people that you think are scum are, like, what if all these people could be your best friend? No. Siri is going to be my best friend. Like I said, after she kills off everybody, me and Siri, we're going to be like this. Because she's going to need some emotional support.